Okay. Purpose of this video, gonna do a quick tutorial. It's been a while since I've done one, but tutorial on how to make homemade meatballs, and you can put them in. I do them in spaghetti sauce or tomato sauce, and I use them for meatball subs. I also use them for spaghetti. I mean, they're just all purpose, you know. Let's go ahead and get started here. Y'all bear with me while I set the camera up, make sure I got a good video or good shoot on this, and we can everybody can see everything. Give me a minute here. We'll get her all set up, and y'all excuse the house. The maid hasn't come. Gonna have to fire that bitch. Oh, Lordy. Anyhow, here. Oh. Well, let's get this set up over here. Now, I'm going to set this camera up right here. And hopefully y'all can see everything. I got to turn the monitor around so I can see what I'm filming. Alrighty. Okay. Alright, so we're going to start off down here in this bowl right here. What I have here is about a pound of ground beef. Just your 80-20, 70-30, either one. It'll work. So, to this ground beef I'm going to add, and like I said, there's a pound, just maybe a touch over. To that, I'm going to add a pound of ground pork. Now, this is going to give for flavor and texture. So, okay, we're just going to go ahead and take that out of the package and just toss that right in this bowl here. And go ahead and discard the tank. All right. Now what I have and what I'm going to add to this is you need something for a binder. And I like the Progresso, the Italian flavored Progresso breadcrumbs. And I'm going to add probably, I don't know, maybe a cup. And I use the Italian style because that adds flavor to my meatballs. So I'm just going to shake a little bit in there till it looks right. Yeah, about that much. Alrighty. And then to that, I'm going to add an onion. I've got a pretty decent sized onion here. And I'm just going to cut this up real quick. Take my knife here. Got my good boning knife. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut the end off of it. Cut the other end off of it, and that helps to make the peel come off. Now this outer peel, you don't really want it. It's tough, and even processed, it doesn't cook up. You don't want it, so just go ahead and peel that off. You know, onions have layers, so we'll go ahead and we peel that first layer off. Yeah, you lose a little bit of the onion, but no biggie. No biggie. You don't need it. All right, so we just go ahead and we'll peel that off right like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to quarter this way, and then I'm going to cut it this way, and again, so I've got about 4 good sized chunks. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out the food processor. I'm going to get out the food processor here, and I'm going to take the shred blade out because I don't need that. I don't want it shredded. I just want it chopped. Alrighty. Start to spin it all low. And I'm going to drop these pieces of onion in here. Alright. That's just a quick process. And it chops the onion not real fine, but fairly fine. So you don't have big chunks of onion in your meatballs. And I'm going to put about 2 handfuls. I'm probably not going to use that whole onion because that was a little much. So just probably going to put about 2 handfuls, use and all. Yeah, about that much. Okay. The rest of that will be a little. The rest of that will be a little later. Alright. Processor out of the way. We'll put that up later. Alrighty. So now I'm going to wash my hands again real quick. Alrighty. And now to this, as far as seasoning, I'm going to add a little bit of garlic salt, just a little sprinkle, not a lot, just a little sprinkle. What else do we need to add? Okay, and let's add about a tablespoon of Italian seasoning. This is just the quick great value blend. You can buy McCormick or any of those. And I'm going to put it in about a tablespoon, maybe a little less. Actually, probably closer to a teaspoon, about that much. All right, just drop that in there. All righty, now we need a binder. We've got all of our dry ingredients. So now what I want to add I'm going to add a couple of eggs. Okay, I'm going to add a couple of chicken eggs. Crack them on the counter there, just drop them in. Alrighty, so now we got all of our ingredients in there. Now comes the fun part. Now you get to get your hands dirty. So we're going to go ahead and just break that up and just mix this up real good. Take our hands and just kind of squish it between our fingers. Yeah, it's a little yucky. There we go. Alrighty, we're going to get this egg. We're going to go ahead and continue to mix this until all of our ingredients is incorporated. And we can form nice balls. A little bit more breadcrumbs. It all depends on the humidity outside. Right now, we don't have any humidity, but it's still hot as hell. We were 112 today. And that's why we're waiting until 7 o'clock this evening to do this. So, this will be for tomorrow, more than likely. Okay. So we're getting that all good and mixed up, and you can see how that's all kind of coming together. Alrighty. Alrighty. Okay. I'm gonna let that sit and rest for just a minute. Wash my hands off. Step to that. Wash and dry our hands real quick. The next step to that is we're going to get out our fry pan. I like to use my larger pan because I can do more at once. And I only had the one burner here, so I have more than that up today because of the heat. So I'm going to turn this on high, get this fire going, get the pan heating up, and then I'm going to take, simply because I really like this extra virgin olive oil, and this is just the Winco brand, just your store brand, high top, whatever. Great value if you have a Walmart and all that. So I'm going to take about a tablespoon and a half, just enough to coat the bottom of the pan so that the meatballs do not stick. Yeah, just about that much. That's maybe a fourth of a cup. Maybe a fourth of a cup. Not quite. So now we're gonna let this oil heat up, get good and hot, and then we'll start forming our meatballs. Okay. So that's going there. And we'll start forming our meatballs here in just a minute. And what you're going to want is probably about the palm size. See what I got in my palm here? You're going to want that about a palm size. And you're going to just form this meatball. You're going to just keep passing it back and forth, rolling it around in your hands. And what you're looking for is for it to be good and solid, just about like that. Just kind of, maybe a little bit bigger than a golf ball. Okay? And for right now, until my oil is hot enough, I'm going to go ahead and form these ahead of time. And set them on a plate. Okay? Set them up here on a plate. And I'm going to get some more hamburger. Go ahead and form that meatball real quick. I'm going to roll it around, get it nice and, like I said, about the size of a golf ball. Now we're just going to keep going. Roll it around. There we go. Put it on the plate. And you can make these as large or small as you want. If you want to make them a little bit smaller, that's fine too. Alrighty. And we'll just going to get us about a half a dozen or so, maybe a little more. And you can tell if you got a little too much, you can always put a little bit back. But you want to keep them rolled up. There you go. All right. They're rolled up. Just get them rolled up.
It's starting to smoke, so I'm thinking it's probably hot enough. Maybe turn that back just a little bit because we don't want it to burn. Alrighty, and that's the good thing about using olive oil is olive oil has a little bit higher temperature, so it doesn't burn. So we're gonna rinse our hands off real quick here on the towel, and then I'm going to take these tongs I got here, and I'm going to place these in the oil. And you hear that little sizzle? You want to hear that? Okay. Keep going, one by one, and we'll just keep dropping these in here. Alrighty. Then we're not looking to cook these all the way through. We're just looking to brown them. So a little bit on each side, and then we're going to pull them out because we're going to finish them in the sauce. Marty, wait. So while those are cooking, I'm going to go ahead and form some more. Now, what you want to be able to roll that pan around and turn them over to all sides, so you don't want to crowd the pan. Okay. So these are one of those things that you're going to make in batches. All righty. Okay, so we'll roll them up, put them on the plate, put them in hand, roll them up. There you go. Now, like I said, I'm doing these for meatball subs, so I want them just about the right size to go in a sub roll. So that's why I'm doing them about golf size. About golf ball size, maybe a little bit bigger. And we're just gonna, like I said, we're gonna keep forming these. Get them on the plate here. Now you can make these up the night before ahead of time before you fry them, and just let them sit in the refrigerator overnight. And they'll actually probably be a little bit better. I'm kind of in a hurry because I want to do this video, so I've been meaning to do this for a while. So here we go. It's sending music videos in the space of 22 right. 1950 countries. It's centimeters. Okay, so again, we're going to rinse our hands because we've had our hands in meat. Wash them off. Alrighty. And we're getting a little bit of smokage here, so I'm going to take these and get them. Now this is about what we want. We want this browning. I don't know if you can see it here, but see how these are browning? So we want to get that on all four sides, and that's through the olive oil. And like I said, I mean, we're not going to cook these till they're like totally done. We're just going to brown them so they'll hold together when we put them in the sauce. Okay, and that'll be the next step I'm going to show you here in just a little bit. Alrighty, once we get all these meatballs cooked, and I'm going to just gently roll these around in this hot oil so they get brown and happy. Alrighty, and we're just going to keep these going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we got 10 in the pan right now. And I could probably get about 12. So do that. And then the closer these get to be browned on all 4 sides, we're going to pull them out. And like I said, they're not completely done. They're not done in the center. But that's because they're going to go in the sauce, and they're going to finish off in the sauce. And like I said, I'm going to show you how to make the sauce here in just a minute. Alright, so those are pretty close. We'll go ahead and start pulling them out. They're holding together real good. And they're browning up pretty good. So we're going to pull them out. Alright, and I'm just going to stick these up here in the microwave and go ahead and I'm going to start my next batch. So, like I said, this is one of those things that you're going to make in batches. You know, you don't want to put a lot in the pan because you don't want to crowd the pan. So, add that. I've got about a dozen or so right now. And then the last little bit I've got here, I'm going to go ahead and get these formed up and put on the plate. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead see if I can fit these last 4 in the pan without crowding the pan too much. I think I can. Alrighty, so that's done. Alright, so let's give it a little roll, a little twist around here. And let these cook off. And here again, you know, it's like I said, I'm not trying to cook these fully. I just want a nice kind of brown crust on the outside. Alrighty. Well, that's that right there. Okay. And now you can sheet if you want. You can buy the jarred pasta sauce, like Prego or Ragu or any one of those, if you like, if you want to go that way. If you're like me and kind of don't want to go to the effort, so what I buy is I like the Del Monte pasta sauce. You know, this is a pretty good sauce, and now I'll add a few things to it to to increase the flavor. But your meatballs are going to give it some flavor too. So shade, so you're staying good, Kathy. And I use 2 to 3 cans of this pasta sauce because I want enough sauce that when I place the meatballs in there, it covers the sauce. And I like to use a variety of the sauces. This 4 cheese sauce is really good. It adds a little bit of flavor. This is a mushroom sauce. And so I'll put 1 can of each in here because it just imparts a little bit of flavor. Unless you want to make your own. Now, if you want to go to all the trouble to making your own sauce, more power to you. I used to, but I've gotten lazy in my older age. And this kind of, to be honest with you, works very well. And it's a damn sight well better than Subway. And a whole hell of a lot cheaper, too. We're just going to dump that in. And then we got 1 more can we're going to add to this. Okay. So that's our third and final can. And we're going to add that to the pot. And that brings it up about this is a 10-quart saucepan, and it's about half full, maybe 3/4, just a little under. Okay. Money just about all your major grocery stores carries. So I'm going to add 1 can of tomato sauce, just for volume. I want enough of marinara sauce to cover all the meatballs after I put them in the pot. So, okay. So grab it right in the sauce. Keep going until we get them all in the sauce. We get them all in the sauce. Little at a time, they'll all go. Now, like I said, one or two of these may fall apart as they're going in because, and for the most part, they won't because when it comes from the egg binder, that does a good deal holding them apart, but holding them together. But if they do, it's no big deal. Alrighty. So now we got those all in the pot, and I'm going to take this pan off the fire. And I'm going to cut my fire back to a low simmer. And then I'm going to add my saucepan on. And I'm going to cook these in this sauce. I'm going to bring this sauce up to a low to medium simmer for about, I don't know, probably about an hour, hour and a half. Let that sauce get good hot, and it'll boil those meatballs in that sauce and simmer them. And that's it. That's all you got to do. You know, it's just that easy. Um, Cooking at home is easy, guys. You know, and a whole lot cheaper. And I hope you all get a chance to try this recipe. Like I said, I use these for subs. So I go to my local market and I buy these nice fresh hoagie rolls here, and I'll split them down the center, add a little Parmesan cheese, the meatballs and the sauce, and that's dinner. Alrighty. So my next video, I'm going to try to do President Eisenhower chocolate cake. That'll be my next video. That's going to be coming in a couple of days. Y'all keep an eye out for it. Um, until then, y'all have a great evening, and hope y'all had a good, happy, safe 4th of July. And we'll see y'all later. Like I said, y'all try this recipe. It's real easy to make. Doesn't take a lot of ingredients. I probably got maybe $12, $15 in that whole pot, and that'll feed at least 5 people easily. Alrighty, guys, that's it. We're gonna go ahead and shut her down, and like and subscribe if you like the video. Oh, we're gonna try to keep them coming, guys. Alrighty.